Hey guys, Mike again with the F29 formula, and today's video is about rebuilding the Volvo Penta freshwater seawater pump. I've been scouring YouTube all over the place, and I found a bunch of YouTube videos that showed the rebuilding of it, but not really of one taking it apart. So I've been at this now for just a short while, and I'll show you in a minute where I am. I'm going to show you the pump. Hopefully you can see this. Let me just lower the... Give me a minute, I'm gonna get it. I'm down in my basement and oh, there it is, sorry. I'm gonna move the bags. This is the second project. This is the clamping housing and the U-joint, which we're going to work on. And the upper transmission unit. I got them wrapped in bags because I don't want any air to get to the inside. Anyway, let me move those out of the way real quick. So you can see this is the unit. I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see it. So anyway, I had a set of these, but the jaws were too thick on the ends here, and I couldn't get it under the bottom of the housing, so that didn't work. And I had another set of cheap McCoys, which a friend had that he gave me. These just weren't strong enough. They popped right off. So I was at Pep Boys today. I rented a U-joint press, and they had this 2/3 jaw puller. It's not really made for this, but I figured I'd give it a go. And you can see I have it on here, slightly lopsided, but it's pulling it apart. So the little spring that is holding the seal, the lip seal in, this is it. And I had a screwdriver that I've been using to pull out staples. I actually bent over the tip a little bit more, and that worked enough for me to get the screwdriver in there to pull out the spring. A few taps of the hammer as I was going, and a little pressure. So I only got it started now, so I can actually show you the process. And I also, just to show you the box, bought from Steve Buttrick in Florida a rebuilding kit for my pump. Here's the bearing. It's for 85741, and it comes with the impeller, which I already had. New seal, new screws, adhesive for the bearing. You can't see that, can you? Okay. Lip seal, new screws, adhesive for the bearing, and a new gasket. $66 shipped to me in New York. Anyway, so that's that. Anybody who wants to know where you can find Steve, I'm happy to forward you his address. It also came with a schematic, so you can see the parts of this particular Volvo Penta freshwater pump, seawater pump, and it's basically a Johnson, I believe, but in any event, let's get going. So right now I started on it, and it's slowly, and I'm doing this carefully because it is on an angle. And I had to hook it under the two screw flanges because it just wouldn't reach around. This side and the other side has the mount for the bar, so this is really the only way I can do it. I guess there's a special tool that does this, but it's coming up slowly but surely. Hope you can see that. Just going to give it a little tap just to make sure it's free. And I have been soaking it in PP Blaster for the last 2 days. So every time I was playing around with it, I was squirting some more in there. It's pretty loose now. Yep, there we go. And one of the other fellows I found gave me a good idea. Let's see if I can show you that. I bolted it right to my bench there, and this way it's not going to move. And well, anyway, see if you can see this. There's the old lip seal in there, and I should be able to pop it out pretty easily. The Volvo Penta manual says to use very, very fine emery cloth on the inside of the bearing housing in case it's no good. So I'm going to clean this up. Here's the back side. Come on, camera. There's the back side. And there's the front side. Okay. I'm going to give you a little light in there. Maybe you can see it better with the flashlight. There we go. Alright. So now to pop out the lip seal. I'm just going to try to do that from behind. Oops, came right out. There we go. The old lip seal. Okay, now I'm just going to show you this because I had to check on it myself earlier. For some of the other videos I was watching, I saw other guys and other pumps kept talking about this, but it was really hard to see. Here's the new lip seal. And if you hold it on a very tough angle, look at my flashlight. See if you can see that. Come on, camera, focus. Well, anyway, if you got one and you hold it, see if I can do it this way. Hey, there you go. You see the spring on the inside? It's right on the inside lip, right here. You can see the silver part of it. And because it came with a new seal, I wasn't worried about destroying the old one, of course. So that's going to go in once we get this whole thing cleaned up. And sorry, taking a little time here. I don't want to lose any of the parts, because that's one thing I'm not good at. All right. So here's the inside of the pump housing. And I'm going to clean that up with really fine emery cloth just to make sure that it's smooth. Even though I had it running with this pump. When I first started the engine this year, it started to smoke. I thought it was the impeller, but I took the impeller out, and the impeller was perfect. This is the impeller that I took out, and I had just put it in last year, so it's good. And I plan on reusing it, even though I got a new impeller. But there was a little bit of a wobble in this when I was playing with it here. And just, you know, like I said, I started the engine, it started to smoke. I thought it was the impeller, but then I looked it up, and the parts diagram, I saw there was a bearing inside, so I knew that was the only thing it could be. Now, ironically, soaking with the PB Blaster did loosen it up. It was spinning freely, but like I said, when I could move it, I felt a slight wobble on it. So I said, you know, I got the kit. I'm going to put it together. I'm going to put the bearing in anyway. So that's where we are now. Now, yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in on that. Right here, you can hear it spinning. But anyway, so that's that. I guess I'm going to have to punch the bearing out from the other side, so let's see if that works. I'm going to stop the video for a minute. I'm going to unscrew the bolts, and I'm going to put it in my vise. Alright, I went and got some brake cleaner, sprayed it on just to clean it up while I have it here, so I can see a little bit better. And right here, you can see the bearing spinning, but we're going to pop it out. I think I could pop it out from the back. Right now, these are pretty much dry. I'm just letting them dry overnight. I did buy etching primer, and I've been using engine high heat black from Rust-Oleum. For those parts, I thought it would be fine. So let's get back to this baby now. Alright, so this is my setup. I'm going to use the hole in the bench with 2 blocks of wood. Hopefully you can see that. Sitting on the edge of the housing, the seal's in the middle. So I'm lining it up just enough to give me room to pop the seal out. I'm taking a punch and a hammer, and we'll see if we can punch it out. Okay, I just realized this whole thing is the bearing carrier all the way to this edge here, so that's not going to work because I'm hitting it on the inner race. So I really need to support it from here, so I'm going to try it in the vise. Okay. We'll see if this works. Wish me luck. Well, that went through the rubber seal. Well, there goes one seal. There we go. Okay. Nasty, huh? Look at that. That sucker. I can see. Let me get a flashlight for you. I don't know if that was me pounding the, whoops. Right there, I don't know if that was me pounding, I don't know if you can see it. Right there at the bottom. Right here. Hitting it with the punch. But it definitely looks a little messed up. Like there's a piece of metal in there, unless that's a piece of the gasket. Let me look. This piece right here. I know it's hard, but that must have been the, oh, it's the carry that holds the, sorry. Okay, what it is, you can see inside, it holds the bearings. So when I hit through with the punch, it bent that piece, but who cares, it's going in the garbage. So, and then this was the front seal that popped out first. So that's it, and I'm going to clean this. I don't want to bore you with that. I do have some crud cutter, oh my goodness, sitting with the water pump arm. You can see it sitting there on the ground. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, so that actually came apart pretty easy. Here's the inside of the pump housing. And, whoops, sorry. We're going to clean all that out. The shaft looks good. You can see that. There we go, the shaft. It's in pretty good shape. No cuts. And a little rust, but I'm going to clean that out, no problem. We'll get this painted too, get it off the wire wheel. I got a lot of it off already. But I'm going to get the rest of the orange paint off. I'm going to paint this baby black. And we're good to go. So I'm not going to bore you with the rest. I'm going to clean this. I'm going to show it to you after it's cleaned and painted, and then I'm going to show how I put it back together again. Mike with the Volvo Penta AQ271C engines with the DP290 drives. I'm rebuilding this 1988 F29 Formula. This was a big thing I had to get done, and changing out the U-joints. So that's this project. That's on the port engine. The starboard engine runs fine. I got to take that drive off and check that one off, but I'm going to put new prop seals in as well. But it's one step at a time, and I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Any comments, suggestions, ideas, I like to work together. I'm on the Formula Forum. And hit the like button, and also add any comments that you'd like. Thanks again, Mike, tuning out with the F29 Formula.